And thank you very much. Let's get started here. Let me ask you something. How many experiences do you think the average person experiences in the first year of life? 10 a day? 1,000? It certainly becomes at a higher level as we progress. What I'm going for is per year. How many of those experiences do we gain? My guess is 10 a day or 1,000. But we have the miraculous ability to learn, to experience, and grow. I don't know exactly what the figure is, and I've looked it up, and it's too broad, and it's a highly specialized field. My guess is, what I'm going for is, how many of those experiences do we have? My estimation is 10 a day would be 3,000, so that's 36,000. Is that 36,000 in 10 years? Okay, and it's a lot more than that. We could have impressions up to 1,000 a day. It's our recollection. It shapes us. We learn, we grow, we experience. And that's who we are today. And all we have is today. Thank you for getting to know me. I'm ready to get started here. Let me show you something. Absolutely. This is me. Hey, look at this. You don't know anything about that. Well, I think I sure hope this will not be upside down. That would be terrible if that were to happen. So I'm hoping. I'll have to look at this video after I do it. That's me. Long time ago. Oh, how many connections to that? Can I bundle up in a couple of words, a couple of sentences, paragraphs? That's me too. And there I am again. And that's me. And me. Oh. And me. I can bundle up together hundreds and thousands of experiences off these pictures. They don't mean anything to you. And we all cherish this substance. Oh, yes. You see, the materialism, the crush I mentioned way earlier. Yep, in Deerfield. And we cherish those memories because we can do that. And here's more. This is a different time range. This is earlier. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to share it. Remember I mentioned Governor Walker? There's hundreds and thousands of experiences. Nah, not that many. I'm sure it's not that many. Me? And see, with these pictures, I'm able to reconstruct it to 100%. They're there. How highly impressed? Oh. See, and that, you can see by my, look at my reaction. Oh, I mean, yeah. And then I can get into, just full of them. See, the materialism you don't need. There's no reason to have the materialism. It's memories, bundling together those experiences, though. And how many can you bundle? Well, I'm estimating right there is the first 20 years of my life. 25 maybe? No, that's 20 years, I would say. 20 years I can bundle together. I'm sure it's tens of thousands of experiences. Could even be 1 million. It depends how highly impressed they are. I do not know the exact figure. And then, here is, okay, very, very important. That's what makes me who I am today. That's the honest truth. Only experiencing. See, you don't know anything about any of this. It doesn't mean anything to you. But for me, that's what we can bundle together. Yes, absolutely proven. Top. I don't know if it's absolute top business leaders. What exactly? I know it's a top business management environment where that experience I gained, a couple of thousand times is invaluable. Irrelevant to education is someone who knows how to create that success in a very unique, valuable area. Extremely fortunate. And that should conclude with my pal, who I once cherished, when I owned a house. How many of those experiences do I have? How many are going to be retrievable? I'm sure they're all there. I experienced it one day. How many experiences can you gain in a day? And then the ability to multiply. And that's what makes us who we are today. Very important I'm presenting it in this nature. I've learned, and my understanding is, my ability to recreate those experiences is at a much higher level than the average person can achieve, because my nature is to build on that curiosity. That's how I got these impressions that are literally photographic memories I can play back like a movie, 10, 15 seconds. They're there. Remember I mentioned about age 7, came out in a dream. I haven't thought of that memory for 47 years. It was already be played back and reconstructed. 10, 15 seconds. Emotions and everything. With me, it is almost 100% recollection. Now, but that's why we all cherish memories. It's so important, those emotions, they're powerful and rational, that we always make the right choice. We're human, so we have strengths and weaknesses. And yes, the truth is, Wayne J. Cole, I mentioned earlier, quite a bit back. You'd have to go back, to those earlier reviews. That's why I'm doing these videos. Absolutely. Wayne J. Cole, that's one of the top ones, with Governor Walker. All of it. There must be 1,000. There's tens of thousands. And so how many of these are you able to continue on throughout your life? I'm taking a guess there's millions of experiences by the time it's set and done. Maybe it's only tens of thousands. It's somewhere in between there. I can say you can bundle up a couple of thousand of those and put it out in a couple of words. Isn't that truly amazing? There's a very good reason I'm presenting it this way. And I've learned, I know that my perception is accurate. I've learned exactly who I am. If you had the ability to correct yourself and even achieve a higher level, wouldn't you strive for that? Now, we're human, and we're not perfect. And all these pictures, I highly cherish. Those emotions are extremely powerful. I understand there's a whole science to this. Truly amazing field. Truly. What I've always experienced, exactly in their proper context, because it's two people relating, or you seek wisdom. Whatever the case is, you're getting to know me. Thank you. I highly value that highest level. You see why my reaction is that? That is 100% normal. I've learned it. How many times have I experienced that same reaction of bundling up the thousands in a couple of words? Exactly what I'm going for. I do not know if I'm equivalent to a PhD I'm highly intelligent, because the building of the curiosity to learn how things work, I'm highly defined to do what's always right and on the highest level of honesty, integrity, and the healthiest contact. Absolutely. Everything I promise, everything I've stated about my background, perfectly normal. Every bit of it. That's what I'm used to. Only. And we're all in agreement in that respect. It would be unthinkable to harm another person, wouldn't it? Or would it? I've never experienced that. You'd correct yourself. You'd correct yourself. The bundling up of those tens of thousands, sure. Exactly. I understand my intelligence, the norm that I come from, is pretty much master's PhD substance. That's whether it's experience or directly educationally. I'm definitely an interesting one. And let me go on. Let me think. I'm sure I've utilized this time head on. That's a lot in 10 minutes. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to disclose a couple of things to you right now at the moment. First off, I may have to make a split-second decision anywhere from 3 days from now forward. That concept may never materialize. So take it exactly what my makeup is. I understand I'm very stable. I would never do something without thoroughly thinking through every option. I would never. All of the substance of the social sciences is normal. And most important is to continue to grow. We mature indefinitely, forever. Now, I have quirks. I mean, sure, I do have quirks. I'm not going to admit it right off the bat. Strengths and weaknesses. But for me, I'm fully aware exactly who I am. Believe me. And you'd seek a LCSW if you had something unresolved. And at this point, I'm not even doing that. I am able to understand the solution. Do you? Only if I relate to you, when you get to know me. Exactly. I have been thoroughly honest that I am able to fully substantiate everything. But this is able to bundle up those thousands of experiences, a couple of words, so much easier. I think that's what's important. It's still there in a dream. It still comes out. It's amazing when I thought about, building on curiosity. I was able, and that helped me only one time. I was probably somewhere between 5 and 7. Exactly what I stated relevant to that. Head on. So I am very fortunate. My guess is the actual experience, the way I memorize, building on that curiosity, makes me have a whole lot more impressions of experience than most people do. We have the equal amount of, of physiological energy for our brain. There's those memory banks and the connections. We're extremely fortunate, and I mean that, to be able to bundle. I'm guessing I don't know what the limit of how many thousands we can bundle up in just a couple of words, but I can tell you what's on me is the highest quality substance at the highest level. Everything I'm stating is who I am. Normal. I would not even question. Now, if you're looking at everything's disorders, in the most serious form, it's foreign to me. I don't know that. I don't know it. There's no reason for me to know it. I understand that it's a science of the mind. And truly, in its proper context, we are so fortunate. Is there 2 different incorporated norms? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going as of today, and I'm referring back, obviously, over the past 40-something years, 45 years. I'm sharing 45 years, and I'm able to reconstruct probably tens, if not hundreds of thousands. Probably, depending on how highly impressed, it could be 1 million. I don't know what the capacity is. It's huge. But I can tell you every single memory that's there, I'm ready to connect. Absolutely. I may not remember everything of those experiences throughout my life, but the recollection is exceedingly high. I don't need anything to reconstruct it. It's there. It's just impressing on a dream. And yet with a photograph, that's maybe why I cherish that, to reconstruct all of that. And it's all fantastic. Everything I've shared in earlier videos, everything's head on in relative to today. My perception is 100% accurate. But do you know anything about me? You know a first impression. And you come together as individuals and you relate and share those experiences, right? And it's supposed to be the healthiest outcome. We continue on progressing in life, and that's what makes us who we are. Never would somebody expect to be pushing survival, would they? What about they have an absolute one single decision they can make? And that is exactly what I am going to reconstruct here, if that concept ends up becoming a reality. Those past 45 years will become fully relevant. I will guarantee you the truth will absolutely come out. So I'm going to take experiences, again, chronologically, and further clarify this now. Okay? I'm going to further clarify all of these experiences. Now, all of those 45 years relative exactly to today. And where do I pick it up? Well, the only thing I'm relating about is not only all of that, the first 20 years. I'd say that's the first 20 years, but it's even a bigger factor. Then it picks up, normally at 21, with me, 1986 through 2001. I can absolutely prove this. My perception relative to today is 100% accurate. That's been validated. Yes, it's extremely valuable and very unique. You have to get to know me relative to your norm or your expertise. You don't know anything about me. It's impossible to use psychology on me. I'm aware of that. I experienced that over 2 decades ago. Absolutely impossible to use psychology on me. It's at a much higher level. Now let me share, and with this what I'm going to do. I'm getting up in the minutes on this video. So I am now going to take, you already know 1986 through 2001. I can absolutely clarify that. And I believe professionally, if necessary, to get that truth out, it will come out. My perception as a business professional, what I've related, but putting me back up to the Chicagoland North Shore, and I'll repeat that immediately, no matter how unique. I understand I am definitely a business professional that knows exactly how to create success. And what's most important is the norm relative to society or beliefs of everybody else. You got to be in agreement in that respect. I hope. I've never experienced anything relative to that. Just so you know. I look at the background. You can't ask for better. I would have expected with that experience that I didn't even question for the rest of my life. Career-wise, I was set. I knew it. From the incorporated norm I come from for over 30 years. All of those people are in agreement. I validated it. Fully validated. There's no time to exaggerate. I never would do that. Never. I believe what has happened here, I'm about to share in the next video. and I'm going to try the very best I can to clarify this as well as I can. I am really pushing for time restraints. I may have to make a split-second decision of survival within the next 3 days or any day forward. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. I am now ready to share this experience. I'm going to pick it up on 2004. I really should go a little bit earlier, okay? Because let me do that. Let me start it off at 2002 or 2001 on the next video. I don't even have to look at my stability. Look how resistant I am. That's normal. I'm highly resistant and very stable. My makeup, I have no history of anything but the healthiest content. Highly successful. You would expect that would be a norm wherever I go, right? Unless I'm ready to move on to the next video and share some experience with you now. I understand you have to come from out of state and learn about this incorporated norm. Who am I to say the difference between the two? I'm not educated in that way. Oh, yes, I am. I'll guarantee you, when I state what I stated, you don't know anything yet, but I'm about to fully disclose who I am, and I'm going to contrast the difference between the two. I'm going to take date ranges starting at 2002 forward and put in the relevance to the only thing I have is today. And how many experiences now do I have in life to bundle up in a couple of words, sentences, or paragraphs? I'll leave it up to you. That's exactly what I'm going for. And you know what? One split decision of the highest level of expertise in health, gone. Gone. I can't believe it. I wouldn't believe I'm saying what I'm saying. So let me get on with something I think you're going to find to be most interesting. Why? Because I know I'm an interesting person. The way I build on curiosity and learn, and especially with what's true, for over 35 years of my life, over 45 years, all the way back, only the highest level of honesty, integrity, in the very healthiest context. I am normal. I'm aware that normal is very wide, actually. Never would I ever deviate from the norm. Never. Even if I'm pushed into absolute survival on one decision. I think you're going to find me to be most interesting here. Let me get started here on the next video with I may touch upon 1986 through 2001 one more time. Let's see how many time slots I have here to archive all of this and further clarify the earlier videos where I have fully disclosed what's true about my background. These pictures are invaluable only to bundle together all that experience with memories. And absolutely emotionally normal. Fully normal. I would never act on irrational substance. You will know exactly what the basis is on what I'm about to describe here. I'm prone to correction, weaknesses, strengths, and everybody has quirks. I have never been a person that's ever deviated from the norm. I absolutely promise you, I'm being thoroughly honest. There's no time to exaggerate anything. My body language, my impression on my face, there's a whole science to that. I absolutely promise you that I will be thoroughly honest, and I come from a background where everything's taken in consideration. Everything is taken in consideration, and the truth will always come out. That is the norm I come from for over 45 years, and there's somewhere between 100,000 up to up close to 1 million that's in complete agreement in that respect. My incorporated norm is the same in all of those aspects, other than we have different experiences ourselves that we can share and relate. Now you're getting to know me much better. Good. I'm ready to move on to the next video in clarification. I'm going to refer back to 1986, 2001, and I'm going to refer in the way I'm able to relate it today. Thank you. Thank you for getting to know me.